H2 Overcomers, I'm dressed like this and I may be wobbling a little bit because I just came from working out. Yes, you all, I'm putting in that work. I don't want to be sick and I don't want to die after procedures and wasting money on medication. So I get up and I make myself do this. And I'm encouraging you to do it too. Why? Because we're not going to outrun that clock. We can either do it or we can wish we had. So get about moving and doing something. I'm bringing you a message today. God, are you crazy? Number 3, entitled, How the Man Got Clean. There was a man. He was the general of the whole country's army. He was wealthy. He was good looking. He was respected by all. And recently, he had orchestrated a marvelous win over a neighboring country that they'd have a beef with. He was doing well. He, even at the time when they went to other nations and maybe they conquered them, it was kind of a habit to even bring back some of the people who lived there to work for you. They didn't treat them badly as you think slaves might be, but they definitely brought back people to work for them. And he had brought back a young girl that was going to help his wife around the house. Now, in this time, he contracts a terrible disease, a flesh-eating disease that will literally cause the flesh to fall off of his bones, and it was contagious. He's tried everything. He's gone to all of the best doctors, the specialists, but when you're diagnosed with this disease, pretty much at the time, it was a death sentence. And you were then confined to your home. You couldn't even be around other people because it was so contagious. He has tried everything, including praying to his gods. The young girl that he brought back, who's working for his wife, kind of takes a liking to him. And apparently she had gained so much respect in their household that he has conversations with her. She says to him, you know what? Where I'm from back in my homeland, there was a healer there. And people thought that he had this direct connection with our God. And I think if you went to him, he could probably heal you of this disease. What would it be to be so pressed, to be so desperate that you're willing to take the advice of one of the servants in your house to go to another land that you've conquered to get advice? But he was willing to do it. Anything to get rid of this disease. So he put together a nice care package of money, of precious things, and maybe wrapped up a new Corvette ZR1, and he took some gold, and he takes a small entourage, and he makes the journey looking for this guy. He gets to where the guy is, and since the girl gave him the right directions, he knows the right words to say, and he actually comes to the guy's house. Nothing palatial, just a house. But he and all of his entourage expects to be respected because they're dressed a certain way and they presented a certain way. But guess what? The healer won't even come out and talk to him. And he's a little offended by that. But he tells the healer by the healer's messenger what he wants. And the healer's servant messenger comes back and tells him, here's what you got to do. I want you to go down the road and I want you to get out of your chair and go down and dip your head under the water 7 times in that river down there. Say what? Your God told me to do what? Are you crazy? The man is so offended that he says, let's go. He goes back home. He goes back home with the disease. The little girl says, well, what happened? Couldn't he heal you? Man, he told me to go dip in the river. There are beautiful waters right here in my country. There's all kind of pools. There's all kind of treatments. I'm not going back there because we rode by that river. That thing stank. The water's brown. There's sewage in it. I'm not getting in that. She says, but if he asked you to do something crazy, wouldn't you have done it? If he asked you to go conquer a land, if he asked you to bring you a rock to bring down a mountain, would you do it? Yeah, I'd do that. Well, wouldn't you do something as simple as bathing? Here's the difference. In order for him to do that, you all, he was going to have to get out of his transportation, take off all of his uniform. He was going to have to get down to the bare skin and let everybody see what was wrong with him and the condition he was in. Are we willing to accept the help? Are we willing to take the advice? Are we willing to bear all? Are we that desperate that if it will work, we do it? well, then the directions just might be crazy, but they just might work. If you want to see what happened to the man, I invite you to look up the story of Naaman. See what happened. There's a song. Naaman went down into the river 7 times. And when he came up, H2O Ford would be willing to go all the way. Hold on to overcome. If you like this message, please click on the thumbs up. But more importantly, we really hope you leave a comment to let us know what you think and feel in your experiences. And then don't forget to share, because hope will make the world go round. H2O.